Brad Betterton, who will be the new athletic director at the brand new Wilson's Mills High School in Johnston County, joining us now. Brad, congratulations on the new role. How excited are you to be opening a brand new school in Johnston County?
Very excited. Thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity for me.
What what is it that about opening a new high school, about opening Wilson's Mills, excited you enough that you wanted to pursue that?
Just a chance to start athletic program from scratch. My daughter will be a freshman there, so just to be with her and to start a program small. They open up with freshmen and sophomores coming from the middle school. It gives me a chance to grow into the role, and then, like I said, just having that chance to build something. Um, Uh, the school I'm at now, the Arch Lodge Middle School, I opened it up in 2007. I wasn't athletic director, but I got a chance to influence the culture, build the culture here at the middle school, and to have the opportunity to build the culture at a high school and have those influence on the kids is a great opportunity. I'm excited about it.
What do you take from your experience helping to open Archuleta Middle School into opening Wilson's Mills High School?
Just the fact that we had to bring different communities together at Arch Lodge, and like I said, building that culture. Um, and athletics can go a long way doing with building an overall school culture because that's what the outside community sees is usually athletics or band and music, things like that. And using athletics as building that culture, getting the kids excited about going to new high school, getting excited about going to games, getting excited about being the first to do this, being the first to do that. So that's take that experience from doing Arch Lodge where we had to do the first thing here at Arch Lodge. We had the first teams, first to win championships, things like that. To bringing that experience of opening up a middle school to a high school is just on a bigger scale at the high school level.
Uh, there's kind of an interesting little tidbit here in that Wilson's Mills, while you're opening your new school, it's not necessarily starting from complete scratch
Right.
because there was a Wilson's Mills School. I believe it opened in the 20s and closed in the 60s.
Yes, sir.
I know there's still some alumni around. I believe the mayor may be one of them,
I think so.
and maybe the school board chair is what I think I remember Josh Plisco, the county AD, telling me. How do you lean into that aspect of it with the fact that there was a Wilson's Mills a long, long time ago, but that some of that culture still exists there in Johnston County?
Well, we can lean on what was done at the high school during that time, and maybe take some of those traditions that were done back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and bring them to the what we're doing now, and try to bridge both of what was done in the past and what we want to do in the future. But it also gives us something to lean on when it comes to the culture and what it means to be at Wilson's Mills High School, what it means to be Green Waves. Um, and so we can lean on the past to build towards the future and what we want to do and what we want to grow there at the high school. And we can meet with the alumni association and just get better ideas of what they want to see. Like I said, the community athletics is where you get the community into the school and what they see and what they want to see out of Wilson Mills High School.
Bringing back the Green Wave mascot as part of the old school, now also part of the new school. What have you learned about the that legacy of the Green Wave in the past? And I don't know what your thoughts are about using the same mascot, but what is the what's the excitement level in that community about bringing the Green Wave back? And what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's different. I mean, the only other Green Way I know of is Tulane University, so it's something different. It's not tigers or bears, that you see everything else. So it's a different way to identify and for Wilson's Mills to be out there. So I think it's pretty cool. Um, as for the history, I don't know much about it. I know we have old logos that have been in the that you can see at the Wilson Mills Elementary School. Um, but I think it's pretty cool because, like I said, it's different. It's not the same old. And so people can go, "What's a green wave?" And then we can explain to them what a green wave is. Um,
What
it,
is
it
a
just
Green
it just
Wave?
gets it just gets. That's what we got to find out. I haven't had a chance to, in my transition from here at Archer Lodge to Wilson's Mills. I haven't had a chance to get into that. That'll be something part of the journey that I can figure
Yeah.
out what is a green wave. But it's the adventure we all get to see.
That is a question I had that I wasn't gonna bring up on here. I don't wanna put you on the spot. But I was like, a green wave, it is a very unique mascot, obviously, but I was like, "What
Yeah,
where are the waves in Johnston County?" I mean,
yeah. That like I said, Tulane, you can see it in New Orleans today. It was here, I guess, in the 20s when they opened it up. I have no idea, but we get to find out.
yeah, we might have to do some research on that one. You've been in Johnston County for a while now, almost 20 years, and you were recognized by the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association. I was reading through that article. What in that article you talked about the relationships and helping coaches kind of navigate what they were doing. How do you plan on building the coaching staff at Wilson's Mills, and what are you looking for in terms of like culture and fit there uh, as you build that out?
Obviously, when you're the first, when you're opening the school, you got to find coaches that are high character, want to build culture, want to get the kids bought in, um, and it's the culture of all involved. It's not just singular sport. Basketball's by itself, baseball, football. We got to all come together because we're all one team trying to build this culture. So we all got to be rowing in the same direction. So we're looking for coaches who will be willing to be team players, who who understand that yes, your team for you was good, but for the overall athletic department, we need to be all trying to build this high school and this culture as we're going forward. So we need team players who are going to see that all as one direction when we build this forward. And so that's what we'll be looking for as coaches is coaches who will be willing to help build a culture and not just worry about just their sport, but their overall athletic program as well.
What are your priorities between now and opening day in August?
Right now, scheduling, uh, athletics, getting equipment, um, getting myself introduced to the community, getting myself like the alumni association, go around to the kids that are coming in, the rising ninth and 10th graders that are coming, introduce myself so they know that there is going to be athletics. We have a plan. Um, that's for the main part. But the main part to start with is getting stuff ordered, um, athletic wise, uniform, equipment wise, uniform wise, things like that. We got to get rolling on stuff on equipment, and just make sure that the athletic facilities are doing, being built what we need it to be, what need to be done. Gates in the right area. Is sod going to come in? Things like that. So monitoring that as well.
Obviously, when you're opening a new school, you'll be opening with freshmen and sophomores. I believe it'll be for football at least only JV.
Correct.
But are you concerned about? I mean, you have to be like uneven rosters early. How do you try to um, set the expectation around that? Because when you open a new school, sometimes the competitive level on the field is hard at first because the other schools have
Yeah.
juniors and seniors.
That's correct. But also telling the kids that you're setting that you're the one this first team sets the culture going forward. You will be the first to do something. I know the school was there. We talked about earlier. The school was there until the '60s, but this iteration of the school, you're the first one to do this. You're laying the foundation. It doesn't matter what the score is on the scoreboard. What is the process? What did we do in practice to get better? Did we learn from game to game? Did we get better as a team? You never know. We could shock the world and get some wins, make the playoffs. I mean, we can make playoffs as an independent this for the first year. You never know. As long as the kids put the work ethic in, they come in, work hard, they improve. That's all we can ask for. When you're going against kids, the junior, like you said, juniors, seniors, but as long as they're freshmen and sophomores, you never know what can happen.
In terms of you were talking about scheduling being a priority, how challenging is that for a new school to go out there and get your schedule set
Yeah.
and how do you use that opportunity to kind of develop what will become rivalries in the area?
Yeah, yes, sir. So, I mean, for the most part, from what I understand, high school coaches usually already have the schedules already done, especially for the fall. So that's going to be a I kind of work around trying to find teams. I know Josh Plisco, the county ADs, told the other schools they have to schedule us in some sports, so that helps us out. When it comes to area rivalries, just finding teams that I would think that we would be in a conference with in the next few years and reach out to them and go ahead and start building those relationships with those ADs and those coaches, so we can go ahead and get and play those games now to build those rivalries, because that rivalries was a healthy rivalries build high school athletics. As long as you have healthy rivalries, not mean nasty things, but healthy rivalries help build the sport and build those that culture that I was talking about earlier.
Absolutely. When for parents who may be watching this, whose kids are going to be going to Wilson's Mills, what do you want them to know about the athletic program and the school?
Like I said, your kid's going for this first year. Your kid gets to be part of the first team. Build that program. We're going to need parent support. We got to start a booster club. We got to figure out booster club from scratch. We're going to need all the parent support we can to get athletics up and going at Wilson's Mills High School. Like you said, other schools are already going to have things established, already got programs established. We get to establish all this stuff. We get to establish what the booster club looks like. We get to establish what it looks like to be a green wave at Wilson's Mills High School. And so telling those parents, get them bought in and get them to understand that, just because, what we normally see at elementary school, middle school, parent involvement gets less and less when you get by the time you get to high school. Well, not now with the new high school. We need more parent involvement. We need their input, because you are sending your kid for us to come and take care of during the day and coach after school. And as a coach, I take that very highly, that you're trusting me to have your kid and be responsible for your kid in those hours and to lead those young men and women on the field of the court. So and just have that buy-in with the parents and the stakeholders that we have.
And what's the message to the students who will be there in the fall?
uh, Come and be part. Like I said, that first program, come try hard. Just because it's a new school, we're going to have athletics. Um, you never know. Maybe in middle school you didn't make teams because there's so. I know here at Arch Lodge we have over 100 try for basketball and baseball and things like that. We have so many few spots. Well, now half are going to Corinth High School, half are going to Clayton. But now you come to Wilson's Mills, you have the opportunity to try for sports teams, because we're going to have sports teams. We got to fill the spots. So come and play, come and try. You never know what's going to happen. It's a new experience in high school. It's a new experience just going to high school. Now that you have a new experience of opening a high school. So come out, try out for any sports. You never know what you can do. Don't, just because you were told no in middle school or whatever high school you're at last year, you never know what's going to happen in Wilson's Mills. Come out and try. And like Michael Jordan said, you miss all the shots you don't attempt. So
Yeah. Well, it should be a fun time, a fun project to put together a brand new school. I know you got a lot of
yes, sir.
work to do to get coaches and equipment and schedules and all of that in place. So, Brad Betterton, thank you for jumping on, talking to us today about the new Wilson's Mills High School in Johnson County. And we'll look forward to coming out to Wilson's Mills at some point and catching a game next
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.